A quick update on the Health Ranger store status. We are now able to ship so much faster than we were able to before, and we have literally about 400% more throughput. I know I've thrown out some different numbers as we've made this transition, but now we've finished not only moving to the new building, which was like over a month ago, but also a major software upgrade for our whole fulfillment process. Just huge. It was difficult, but our efficiency is now through the roof. And as a result, we've we literally have the ability to fill 4 times as many orders as we had in the past, which is great. So right now we've got extra capacity. So there's no orders that are being held from one day to the next, which used to happen a lot more than we would have liked. And last Black Friday, it took us over a week just to catch up. And I appreciate your patience if you've supported us at healthrangerstore.com. I really appreciate your patience. It's so difficult to compete with Amazon Prime, and Amazon has warehouses all over the country, and so they can ship, in 2 days almost anywhere. It's an incredibly expensive operation to run that, literally over $1 billion in capital investment, which we don't have. We run out of a single warehouse in Central Texas, which thankfully is centrally located in the United States, so it gets everywhere within 3 days in most cases, sometimes 4 in certain areas such as the very far northwest or the northeast. However, we are faster getting them out the door now, and there's a couple of funny stories in all this too. When we first we first moved to this new warehouse, UPS just, I don't know. I don't want to say too much bad about UPS, but I haven't had good dealings with them in the past. And for several days, they just failed to pick up. It was like, where's the UPS truck? And the answer was, they don't apparently know we're here. It's like, where's the UPS truck? And then at first, the U.S. Postal Service had trouble fitting all of our packages into their vehicle. And it took them about a week to get a bigger truck to fill all our packages. But we got it all smoothed out. I'm happy to say UPS is stopping by every day for pickup, and FedEx is every day. USPS is every day. So we've got 3 major, carriers, shipment companies picking up our packages every day like clockwork now. And we're getting all of our orders completed and almost all done, usually by 1 p.m. with lots of room to spare. So when we have, you're not going to be delayed, is what I'm saying, on getting our packages. So I appreciate that. Now that this is done, in case you're curious, we are, of course, expanding our product offerings, expanding the number of things that we offer. We had held back on some of that because we weren't able to keep up with all the growth in shipping demand and sales and so on. And I have to say, again, a huge thank you to all of our customers and supporters, because even as we have been increasingly censored by Facebook and YouTube and Google and everybody that our sales have continued to steadily increase, where we had to keep expanding, more and more people. Eventually we had to build an entirely new warehouse and fulfillment center, which we did. And we had to upgrade all our software, which we did. But we couldn't have done it without you, obviously. And your support really means a lot to us, because this is the revenue stream that helps us do all the things we do that really matter, that make a big difference in your life in terms of access to information, access to articles, access to investigative journalism that the corporate-run media won't touch. And now, of course, we have Real.video coming up in less than 60 days. It's launching in early July, target date July 4. And Real.video is, of course, the free speech alternative to YouTube that welcomes videos on natural health, natural cures, criticism of the vaccine industry, if you want, criticism of Big Pharma. Plus, we're pro-liberty, pro-Second Amendment, pro-free speech. Pretty much a liberty/libertarian platform on many, many topics. We will censor very, very few videos, only ones that are a real danger to society or are promoting violence and things like that. And I'll have a more detailed list of what we will censor, but it's not that big of a list. It's basically things that are promoting violence or things that are really, really dangerous for society or things that are, um, I don't know, sick or whatever. We don't want those kinds of videos on that system. But your support of healthrangerstore.com is what allows us to fund these operations. And just think about the things that we've done with the money. We built a multi-million-dollar laboratory, as you know. That's been running since 2013, or I think late 2013. So we're almost 5 years into the lab. It's ISO accredited. We just purchased another mass spec instrument called a triple quad mass spec. That's going to be our 4th mass spec instrument in the laboratory. Can you believe it? We're running 4 mass specs. That's amazing. Each one of them is like $300,000 to $400,000. Each machine, each instrument. And one of them is an ICP-MS, and we have a single quad mass spec, which is typically called an LCMS. Then we have a LCMS TOF, or time of flight system. And now we have a triple quad coming our way, which gives us parts per trillion sensitivity on certain things like pesticides. So that's on the way. We couldn't do it without you. We're always reinvesting the funds that we have into worthy projects like this. And my goal, of course, I want to go through the entire grocery store and test the pesticides on everything and just publish it all publicly. But unfortunately, that has been delayed because of the need to build a video platform called Real.video because of extreme YouTube censorship. So right now, I'm a little bit behind schedule on the food testing. Well, maybe a lot behind schedule, come to think of it. But it's coming, you know. And anyway, this Real.video project, we have committed over $1 million to it for the first year of operation. $1 million. Now to, I don't know, everyday wage earners, $1 million sounds like a lot of money. Today I know it's a pittance. I mean, people at YouTube and Google, if they're listening to this, they're laughing their heads off. $1 million? You know, they spend that on a luncheon buffet for the employees. That's nothing. They talk in terms of billions of dollars. So we're still small time compared to them, even though we're spending $1 million. But if you're smart, and we are smart with money, because we don't run on government grants and we don't run on public money, we run on private money, so we've learned to be really smart, very efficient, cost effective, right? So we can take $1 million and do amazing things with it that some public company might spend $1 billion doing, or maybe more like 100 billion, let's say. Yeah, I would say there's a lot of public companies that would spend 100 times more than we do to produce the same thing. That's a very fair assessment. And if it's government, it might be 500 times more. Maybe it is 1,000 times more. Maybe the government will spend $1 billion to do what we do with $1 million. That could be, as a rough estimate. For example, we could test the entire U.S. water supply for less than $1 million. A lot less. But the EPA probably spends $1 billion getting that done, I would imagine. And they still don't publish the results for the public to see, because at the EPA, everything's a secret science box, or it used to be, until Scott Pruitt got in charge, and he's trying to bring some more scientific transparency to that agency, which is a good thing. And that's why he's being attacked by the media, of course, but I'll save that for another podcast. But look, the point is, we're spending money as fast as we make it, and we're spending it on building an infrastructure that helps you, giving you a free speech platform, protecting your right to speak your mind, building a laboratory to analyze what's in your food, building a massive multi-site content platform. We're running right now over 300 websites, and it's growing. I think by the end of this year, we'll be at probably almost 400 websites before the end of 2018. Our editorial staff just keeps expanding. I've lost track, but it's over 50 people at this point. Seems like a year ago it was only maybe 25 people. I don't recall exactly, but it's over 50 people. That's just the editorial. There's a lot of things happening that you don't necessarily see behind the scenes. So we're publishing to many, many websites that you might not visit every day. Maybe you should. They're pretty cool. Science.news, for example, herbs.news, medicine.news, health.news, cancer.news. A lot of really very informative websites. And also areas of science and technology. For example, we've got robots.news. space.news, which covers space travel and astronomical discoveries, lots of things. We cover AI technology, we cover cyber hacking, cyber warfare, military drones. We've got news sites launching on military technology and drone technology, things like that. So we are branching out into many areas. I think our editorial staff probably within another year will be over 100 people at the current pace. I just hired 2 people in the last 2 days to be talent managers for the new Reel.video video platform. So when you join as a what we call a content creator, which is just someone who uploads videos, when you join, you'll have a manager. Well, I should say not everybody's going to have a manager, but those who have the most popular channels will have a manager, a hands-on manager. And 2 guys that I hired, I don't want to give their real names, but they're really cool guys. One of them is a drummer, and the other one is gay, and he's got this super gay tattoo that he was proudly showing me on his forearm, which I'm not going to give you any details, but he's openly gay, and he's very smart, and he's very detailed. And I didn't even bring up his gayness, by the way. He was just like, "I'm not straight," and I'm like, "That's cool. Tell me about your skill set," you know. Anyway, I hired him, and he's very good. He's very smart. I think he'll be great. The other guy, the drummer, is not gay. He's a straight guy, and he's a drummer, which is also cool because I'm a drummer too. I used to do percussion in my younger years. I was a percussionist in a band for quite a long time, actually, and did a lot of the drum tracks for the music that I released over the last decade or so. That's a whole nother side that you may not have known about me and that I'm not really pursuing at the moment. But I love music. I love creating music. I just haven't had time to do it because of all these other things. Got to protect free speech. You know, I have to build platforms. I have to run a laboratory. I have to do method validation science for cannabidiols and CBD oils and hemp extracts and things like that. You know, writing science papers, getting published, running the system, running the content team. I need to hire another chemist, by the way, for lab expansion that's going on. So I got to remember that. Sorry, now I'm starting to talk to you about my notes, my personal notes, the things I have to get done. But it's all good, you know. The point is, if you support us at healthrangerstore.com, we're using your support to do amazing things for you. And not amazing things in terms of personal greed or personal wealth or personal lifestyle. I have such a hilariously low dollar lifestyle. It's so funny. When I go and film my videos, by the way, at counterthink.com, you see I'm always wearing this Carhartt shirt, this t-shirt. It's a work shirt. And the reason I'm always wearing that is because it's what I'm always wearing every day anyway, and I don't change clothes to film those videos. I just turn on the camera and go. So I'm always wearing work pants, work shirt. Right now, I swear to you, I am literally riding in a truck hauling, 75 T-posts. They are 6.5-foot length green T-posts with the white tips because we're building a temporary fence to allow cattle into an area that is where the cows currently can't access, but we want to give them access to the fresh grass that's growing here in Central Texas. So, you know, I'm out there with the wire tensioner. I'm out there building fences from time to time. I force myself to get off the desk and get outside and do things in the real world. Otherwise, I think we would all go crazy, right? So I do a lot of computer work, especially in the evenings and at night when I can't be outside, but I try to use daylight hours to get things done in the real world, which is what I'm doing right now with this fence building exercise. And it's also one of the ways that I keep in shape. I keep some level of fitness. Certainly I'm not as fit as I was a decade ago because I'm not at the gym 3 hours a day anymore. But I stay functionally fit, whether I'm doing firearms training or, which will give you a workout, by the way, on your shoulders, or I'm doing fence post stuff or ranch stuff or taking care of animals or tractor equipment or things like that. I always try to fit that into my life because I am not a sedentary type of person. You know, I do not want to live a life where I'm not moving and getting things done and using my hands to make a better world around me physically on a ranch, in addition to the things that I'm doing online. So that's just a little bit of a behind the scenes look at sort of how I live, how I choose to live. I don't live a fancy lifestyle. I don't drive fancy vehicles. I'm pretty, just very functional, very practical in the things that I choose to prioritize. In any case, we're doing great things at healthrangerstore.com, and we're bringing you amazing products. A lot more are coming. Your support is, of course, critical to this entire process, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Shop at healthrangerstore.com to continue supporting us, and be sure to sign up at real.video for the upcoming launch of the free speech alternative to YouTube, real.video. Take care.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.